And how's everyone doing today? I hope you all had a good weekend. I did not have the best night, so I am sad at this time. And I wish to build to distract myself, so I hope you guys enjoy the upcoming build, and forgive me for not be seeing anyone today. It's been a few days since I've been on the server. I had already jumped on and found out that I didn't have my tools or anything on me, and that what I had started on last time is gone. No, I'm not entirely angry about that, but I am a little miffed about it. I had started a build, and it apparently did not get to stick around. So now I've got to start over. And I'm a little upset about that. So let's get started. Yeah, I've gotta actually reset my hotbar too. This stuff apparently it's don't know what happened there. I apologize if I sound a little grumpy today. I am. Okay, I can't even apologize for it. No, I am grumpy today. I was quite the fan of Nanashi Mune, and last night was her last stream. It hit kind of hard, so I'm not in the best mood for fuck shittery today, but I'm gonna try to make something look actually halfway decent for this. All right, brain. What are we planning here? Well, I need to fix my tools for the first thing. Also, I don't know how well this is going to last. I don't even know if we're going to be able to access the server after today. For all I know, we're gonna log on, after 5 p.m. today when the update happens. We're not gonna be able to access anything, for all I know. It's a conundrum, a little bit of a concern, but we're rolling with it. All right. So the plan is I want to oh right, I need merge blocks. That's what I was thinking, my brain was thinking of. Where are the merge blocks? Merge block. Yeah, this is gonna be vanilla starting this evening. Should be interesting, because that's at least one mod straight up that's got to be eliminated completely from the server. And MES might break. We don't know yet. Of course. I don't know why I didn't go for that cargo container. Oh. Hey Sarah, how you doing? What happened? Oh, so apparently, oh wow, that's not great what just happened. Okay, so okay, yeah. So the last time I got on was right before it crashed, and apparently everything in my inventory was lost because of that. So I don't have anything. And everything that was still queued up in my inventory before then is still there. That's always nice to see. Oh, come on. Don't tell me I'm about to lose the server again. Why did you not lock? There we go. I had interior plate, didn't I? Oh no, I grabbed construction components, not connectors. Oops. Alright. So this is going to be a slow process. I apologize ahead of time. Alright. Yeah, it was good, I suppose. All right, now I just gotta. Now that we've got that defined, he planned that completely without me. He can plan that completely without me. I said I had ideas on what I wanted to do, and he took that as let me build a ship for you to go into space and build it with. I even talked to him about some of the ideas beforehand. That for easiest access to our materials, I wanted to build it on land, on planet, and it's got 36 jump drives, according to him, or something like that. It's meant to be a mobile base for me to build wherever I want in the solar system. I don't even know, man. Like, nice, but all our stuff is here. Why would I want to build? Why would I want to start the build up there? Yeah, all our stuff is here. Why would I want to start the build up there, where I'd have to keep making trips back down here for more materials? Or worse, refine it up there while dodging combat. Yeah, I'm planning on building the different stages down here. My heart ain't even all in it right now, man. I don't know how much of it I'm actually going to manage to build today, how long I'll be working on it. Like, I want to work on it. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But that's just it. I want to build it on planet to simplify. To simplify the building process. I don't have to. I have easy access to food, keeping my character alive. I don't have to worry about carrying oxygen bottles, so I have more space in my inventory. I have access to Bob if I really need it. To the nanobots. If I go up in space, I lose most of the building benefits of us having an established base. Why would I build it in space if I could build it on planet? Yeah. No, I get you. It's like my plan is to put a freaking put a station in space for us to set, to relay from, somewhere we can keep our big orbital, our big planet to planet ships without having to, so we can cut down on how much lift we have to build into ships and shit. But at the moment, I have the outpost GPS. At the moment, though, I'm primarily... This first piece that's going up is going to be our antennas, It'll have the regular antenna for the base. It'll have 2 or 3 laser antennas for, as well as probably a fair bit of the batteries for the base, you know? And I'll also incorporate a small amount of dude, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna put the first trip up to space to put this up there. I'm going to have to oxygen bottle it because this isn't gonna have any it's not gonna have any honestly, I'm going to build this first part and it's going up. I'm going to build this first part and then I'm going to build the second part that'll actually enclose it, as well as mount guns on the second part, and I'll take them up one after another and merge it and dock them up there so I can, instead, to freaking minimize the trouble. I've got thoughts in my head about it. Gonna try to work it out. Hopefully it'll all work. Alright. Alright. Why did I come into logistics? Right, because I am going to need a hydrogen tank for later. I should only need the one. I should not need a second hydrogen tank. Or I'll use several smalls, rather. How big is the small hydrogen tank for large grid? Yeah, that should work. Alright, brain. Antennas. Where are my antennas? I know they're around here somewhere. I know they're stupidly obvious once you see them, but my brain always kind of blanks out on them. There they are. So I'm going to turn off a number of these antennas, but there are going to be multiple antennas on here just because they look cool. I won't need an ore detector, that's for sure. I'll worry about gyros and all that when I start working on sending it up. Well, show it to us. Would a truss decoy be appropriate for here? On the very tip? They'll have merged mounts that I can detach up in space to separate them off, and then yeah, my plan is to build them on planet and merge and carry them up and have them fly up to merge with the rest. That way we can take advantage of our of the manufacturing we have down here and still build something that's not shit. I'm pretty sure we'll pretty quickly move up to the cylindrical column. That's kind of the plan. The nice thing is, because they'll be permanent merges, I don't need to worry about connectors. Well, you know, since I'm planning permanent merges, I don't need to worry about connectors, which is a godsend. A girder to build scaffold block. Good to know. Yeah, I don't think I've ever built with scaffold, so this is going to be interesting for me to see how this plays out. And why am I being stupid here? I mean, unable to place a scaffold block. Fair. Yeah. No, that's kind of the plan. Can I place? Yes, I can. How far up should I take that scaffold before I mean, this first piece is going to be the only one that's genuinely not going to need to worry about Atmo. This one genuinely doesn't need to worry about Atmo because this is kind of the platform that the other one merges to build a room. This just has our communications on the bottom of it, as well as a moderate amount of our power. Like, the power is going to be decentralized. That's a given. I'd be stupid to not decentralize the power. Oh, yeah. I will probably incorporate an oxygen tank on this one just for additional oxygen supply. I already have to incorporate at least one hydrogen tank into the lift frame that's going to send it up in order to fuel those. So no reason not to put an oxygen on this too. I mean, that would also give us a reason to not that would also give us the bigger point there would be not building an O2H2. Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't generally need to worry about that. This bottom part is more just purely cosmetic. Well, I was considering putting a decoy at the very bottom of it. When I get up there, I can always replace the merge block with a decoy. So the truss decoy does look like it'd be on the tip of something like this. Do I continue the blast blocks up, the blast doors up another row? Or do I... Oh, this isn't even for an asteroid. This is going to be a free floating station. You know? This is going to be a free floating station, so while initially I'm intending it more for a relay point, in the future, who knows what else we'll add to it. I did not intend to place that way. I mean, once it's up there, I just convert it to station, and as long as I'm not in planetary, I won't need to worry about positioning. Might be worth it to keep a few on it as it gets, here and there, in the future, but initially, no, I'm not too worried about it. Also, Ghost, did you hear about one of the things that the update's adding? One of the things the update is adding is the ability to rebind block rotation. We'll be able to rebind block rotation. Oh, the round hallways are awesome too. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, so you'll be able to make compound binds for our normal operation keys to rotate without having to move our hand off of the normal spot. Just hold down control and go. That'll be so nice. Oh, that'll be so nice. That's been one of my biggest pet peeves. Yes. Oh, but having to take my hand off the controls constantly to rotate has always been one of my biggest pet peeves. Might want some heavy armor when I start putting down the batteries and all right, well, we're at the bottom of it, so this is where I need to put the laser antennas. Come on, let me see them. This is probably the part I'm miffed. One of the things I'm most miffed about playing on servers. Just as general gameplay. How long it takes blocks to load sometimes. I'll probably end up putting an antenna farm on top of it for laser antennas, but the ones that I'm putting on now are for like managing. Will be for contacting the ground-based stuff. So that should be good for them. I mean, I won't say they're spaced out enough, it shouldn't be a problem. But I can always add more. Like to the underside of the platform. I'm planning on having this angle towards the planet, so This is the end aiming towards the planet. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, I'm gonna try to line it up. I mean, but the nice thing about having 4 is if one starts, we should be able to get most of the hemisphere with these 4, and I can always put 4 more up on the platform above. We'll roll with them here and see how it does. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll stick them one further out. I get you. I can always remove stuff up there. It won't bother me too much. And I can always add more. I know I have food. Come on, food, eat. Also, as it turns out, the food on the main base... Yeah, fair enough. As it turns out, the food on the main base, it was completely locked down because there were 35,000 gravel in it, keeping any fresh veggies from going into it. So despite us having 3,000 vegan meals queued up, none of them were crafting. I swear, gravel, man. Gravel.
You do realize I'm the one keeping you alive. Maybe you should keep my battery topped up with that in mind.
I mean, if we're talking, yeah, I mean, if we're talking about strictly for your base, there's no reason not to build a... Oh, wait, you're going Old Man in the Woods, aren't you? You went Old Man in the Woods on us, that's right. So you're not going to build a tower up above the canyon if need be, are you? Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, we can always build a relay, even if it does add a degree of separation. I really should build a chair out there, but I really don't care to. I mean, I want this thing to look good enough that we feel, that we see it up there in space and are like, yeah, that looks awesome. You know? I mean, honestly, we need to start looking at what's up there in space anyway soon. Other than that, other than just a bare minimum visit. Titan has been renamed the Angry Moon. Well, I mean, I heard that Steve lost his ship that he was building. I'm a little bit sad for him on that one. He worked hard on it. Yeah, not enough lift originally, and then not enough forward thrust. And then something happened and he oh no, he took it out for combat and it got boomed. Apparently everything was being powered by connected by exactly one conveyor from the front half of the ship to the back. And most of his lift was on the back. Most of his lift was on the front, but all of his storage was in the back. So when that conveyor popped right onto where all the lift was, and it is back up and running again. Good, good. Oh no, it was a Steve design. That's the thing. Alright, I think... Oh, nice. He's doing good then. Those are 16X. I mean, with enough Rexes, weight's not a problem. So I'm not worried about that, thankfully. Yeah, no, I instead of grabbing the 16X specifically and putting it on my hotbar, I put the whole build cluster on my hotbar. I'm legitimately only heavy armoring right here because of the batteries. Alright. Do I want to put solars on this or no? I mean, there's no reason for us. I think the upper half of this, when it gets sent up, will be I think when the second half of this gets sent up, it's going to have a pair of reactors on it, small grid reactors. This is a station, not a ship. This isn't DS9. I know they can jump, but why? Why? I mean, to be fair, I'm sending up the start. This is the start piece for it. Additional modules can go up and have whatever we want on them. I'm trying to get the core livable, as well as at least one ship dock up there. The bells and whistles, yeah, the bells and whistles can wait until later. All right, the spinning rims, so to speak, those can come later. Do we want solars on this part? Or do I want to just say, fuck it, the batteries will be enough? Yeah. Alright. Well, then I need to, find the ridiculous solar panel, module and... I wish these were 3 wide. I hate the fact that it makes me put them on evens when it's, when it's so much more fun to build on odds. It is so much more fun to build on odds, but but so much stuff is on evens. I hate that. I know. This is kind of where the scaffold block does excel, I suppose. I'm not VCing today. I'm not in the right headspace for VC today. not even that. I'm just... Weirdly enough, I was feeling better after listening to an Aussie Rat earlier. So... They fat though. Every time, I'll be honest, Ghost, every time I see the shape solars, the first thing that comes to my mind is the Solar Max Megazord for one of the Power Rangers series. I'm not gonna lie. I am not going to lie on that front. It makes it a little hard for me to take them seriously. How demented would I be if I mounted one of these on each corner? This might be the only time these are appropriate. Maybe on 2 of them. With the regular antennas on the others. No, the compact on the other 2. What do you think? Like, all but one of these are going to be cosmetics, so... like, I'm going to turn off the others. I mean, it's... yeah. To be fair, a Nord detector on an orbital station that's not directly near any meteorites, that's kind of a waste. But, yeah, no, I suppose. At this point, I'm kind of at this point, everything I put on here, other than batteries and oxygen and hydrogen, are kind of in the cosmetics outlook. I don't want to use spotlight turrets. That's a whole can of worms. And oh, it does currently look like a death ray. You're right, which is part of the fun. Ghost. I wanna after this. I want to build a ring around it for that's armed to the teeth. I want a defensive ring around around it. A physical ring conveyored up to it. For weapons. Yeah, no, we definitely can, but those feel more like they'd go on the ring for spotting. So many ideas, so many things, I mean, but seriously, how many times have you genuinely had a use for this thing? I mean, really. It's so rarely you get to make use of this thing. It's criminal not to when there's an opportunity for it. Alright, one more layer of heavy armor before we move to more cosmetic stuff. Just because I'd rather those batteries be fully unsealed. No chance of them getting kneecapped once they're built. I know. Heavy armor is tissue paper, but... I want to see if what I got looks decent. What I'm thinking of looks decent before I commit to more than just these two spots. Better blocks for this, what I'm thinking of. Will that look good? Not that you can really tell through all the skeletal. A curve with it lifted up. Does that look good? I like the idea of the curved armor block, but I don't know about that lifted half slab. I know what I need to replace it with. If you can make it work, Slim, make it work. But build a module for a test of it. Well, wait until I get the core set up so we can define how we're connecting new modules. I don't really have that planned out yet. Come on, down here. That is not our faction symbol. Suppose I need to put the beacon on here before it'll build one of these antennas before it'll register our faction symbol, won't it? Really? Just 12?
Power low. Disconnecting browser. Disabling Netflix.
Yeah, I've got my ideas. I gotta get them worked in, planned out, and actually build them. Why is this not changing to our actual faction logo unless somebody changed it? Somebody change our faction logo? No? Why is it not showing the faction logo? What are we calling it? What are we calling it? Why are you not showing faction? Why are you not properly showing off the faction? Does anyone have any idea why that's not showing the faction? Why it's not properly showing our faction logo?
I'll come back when it's a disaster.
Let me, Slim, you are being weirdly formal with me. Why is that? Let me pull up the wiki, see if this says anything. Fair enough. Why? What did I do different here? Oh, I'm running app faction icon. Okay. Okay, that's what I did different there. Alright, so apparently... Alright, now show it. There we go. Now you don't want to show. Is it because there's no power or minimal power? Or you only want to show on one at any given time? That's kind of irritating, but hey, it's technically supposed to be working, so... Yep, today... It is Thunder and Lightning game today. Fun. Alright, those two should load it up. Yeah, I haven't built much with the pillars or the scaffold since starting, so I'm kind of wanting to, since this is kind of an exterior piece, not an interior piece, I feel like I need to use them more. Hmm. Hmm. Well, that's the bottom left, that is. That would be funny. That would be funny. Ooh, God, why is my body, my brain just, well, no, I know exactly why my brain's like, fuck you, go, you need sleep. Fuck no, I don't even know the first thing about building gravity weapons, man. Fair enough. I mean, I suppose if we're going with the mentality of there's no such thing as too many Rex thrusters in order to get this thing in the air, there's no reason for me not to build the roof on top of it. There's no reason not to send it up enclosed already. That would be interesting. Slim, is there anywhere I can find documentation on the foods mod? Like, does the workshop have a decent documentation? If you're even still here. I mean, pretzel is nice. I like pretzel. It's daily needs, right? Mark 4. Daily needs Mark 4 simplified. All right. So, Slim, it is worth noting it is worth noting in the daily needs workshop that it recommends minimum 2 hydroponics for 1 per engineer. So, yeah. So, this is technically underbuilt, I suppose. Does not include
feminine oil or biomatter.
forget the dinner, but I haven't eaten in like 9 hours. Why would I do that? Oh, the diner. No, you are not getting me to. You are not getting me to read that one out, Ghost. Hmm. Oh, come on, brain. I'm thinking a 10 block 10 block radius on the platform. What are we thinking? 10 block radius work? Give us a nice big space in our initial room. Suppose technically it would be 11 radius. I mean, you're not wrong. Might not be a bad idea, but there might be some being added to this one, later down the road. Yeah, the 1500 mic hits like hell, but yeah, the railgun is, yeah. Ooh. Think that's big enough? Think that's a big enough dimensions for the inside room for the first? You know what I really wish we had? Yeah, we don't have one. I was gonna say I really wish we had a corner air vent. I mean, well, that does sound good. I think it poses more problems than it solves there, Ghost. Ghost, I can honestly say I would be absolutely terrified at any what do you call it, at any D&D scenario you come up with. I would be terrified because every single one of them would involve existential crises, you know, or zombie apocalypses or stuff like that. Am I wrong, though? That sounds like the crux of the victory would involve ice somehow. What do we put down the center of this? More batteries, because you can never have too many batteries when you're in space. Alright, so, I'm gonna have to put an O2H2 generator on this. Kinda, except there were pigmen involved in Duke Nukem 3D, if I remember correctly. I'll be right back. So I filled my HoloLive Gamer Subs cup with honey crisp apple juice today. I need caffeine. I'm about to add caffeine to apple juice. This is actually probably the right one to do it with. I'm officially out of that flavor. I'd be able to get a full scoop out of this other flavor. Probably not. Looks like this is another one bites the dust too. Hey Steve, how you doing? Mm. Hydrate. I'm in the process right now of making a terrifying caffeine elixir.
Fuel low.
Oh crap. You would be terrified of both. Honestly, for you, Ghost, the tentacle monster would probably be worse. The octopus girl. For you, Ghost, the octopus girl would probably be worse. Oh, that's going to be dangerous. I am working on the antenna for the station. The antenna array and the entry room. Oh, nice. I'll have to check it out later. Wait. What do you mean first is just being claimed? Oh, y'all are really off your game today if first just got claimed. I mean, to be fair, it was this late in the stream. I mean, we're 2 hours in almost. It would make sense for it not to be available at this point. I will admit, I think I am making a mistake here. Why are you not letting me place that? There we go. I should be able to place cryos on the inside of this, so we can technically sleep in here. But they won't be where they stay long term. Along with a first aid kit to get us started, med station, so we can respawn up at this if we need to. I heard your ship got back off the ground, Steve. Chug. I saw that. I saw that. I ain't had that one for a while, Ghost. Just for reference, I am doing this way because I do want to make... Don't want this to just be a square room. I do want to add some shape to it. And you know what? I did the stupid. There's the conveyor junction.
You do realize I'm the one keeping you alive. Maybe you should keep my battery.
You don't do a great job of it. How many times have I crashed into a wall, suit? I did the stupid. Also, I'm not. But yeah, no, I like that. I like that. I added Gamer Sup's energy powder to unfiltered apple juice. I'm not worrying about a living chamber for this section, but I want us to be able to spot to work out of it if we need to. So I want to give it a at least 1 or 2 cryos and a med kit and a med station so we can revive there if need be. Like if if one of us is flown out to an asteroid doing something and we die trying to get back. You know, I don't want us to have to try to respawn from a... My large ship doesn't have a med station on it. Just as a point, mine does not have a med station on it. Nope. Nope. It has cryos, and that's it. The inside of that thing is not built intelligently, and we both know it, Ghost and Slim. That thing is built with hull redundancy in mind, not user survival. I'm alive. I hate that he's actually right about that. I'm gonna try to, at least for this. At least this initial piece is going to be rounded, and I'd like whatever ring we build up there to be, for arming it to be rounded. But past that, I know I'm not going to be able to really force that. Think of it like this. This is the core module, and the weapon and the weapons ring are built by the same country. Any further modules are built by other countries and follow their own design philosophies. Yes, I did just make an ISS joke about, and space engineers. The only thing I'm going to try to keep consistent between the different editions is the way they join together. Like, I'm going to try to give them all similar joining modules. I want to try to keep that consistent at least. And you'll notice outside of the Time16 batteries, I am trying to use as little modded in this as possible right now. If you'll notice, I'm trying to use as little modded in this as I can right now, because the update that happens today might break the server for several days. Until they get an actual look at the code, we have no idea what's going to change for the for modular encounters and stuff like that. Until they get a look at the code, so I'm trying to build as little modded as possible outside of the Time16 batteries and tanks until we update. Remember, the big change, one of the big changes is how the modding support for factions and reputation is handled, and encounters in general. For all we know, we might be about to lose MES. Much as we don't want to think about it. So I don't want to go like building weapons onto this thing until we have a guaranteed, oh, we're not going to lose MES, or anything. Make sense, Ghost? I know it is a concern still, even if even if we're all trying to pretend it's not. I mean, to be fair, Ghost, the update is going to make it so that you can make all the lighting green in the hydroponics and even have it change between, make it so you can set up timers to slowly change the lights. So you can have the hydroponics module in just a psychedelic trip all the time. Without needing scripts, just vanilla, which will be fun. I'm interested to see all the new blocks we're gonna get. There's been, I'm pretty sure we haven't even seen half of the blocks we're gonna get. Like, I know we're gonna I'm pretty sure the ones they've revealed so far are just going to be the ones we get get hard added without the accompanying DLC that'll inevitably be there. They are fond of their DLC. So we have spots for terminals for each of these. For the additional base material, additional expansions. But do we want to provide 4 junctions or just 2? What do you think, Ghost? Do we provide 4 junctions or just 2? Do we provide 2 low and 2 high? Or just 2 low? Providing a basis for there being both running throughout the base would give more options for routing, and would allow for things like discrete air vents in the ceiling instead of them having to be on the walls or the floor all the time. Also, it's redundancy, and redundancy is good when we're talking about enclosed spaces, up in orbit. Redundancy is a good thing. Like, that's one thing that I can say without a doubt that I am all for, is a little bit of redundancy in the way we build things in the game. It's just convenient to have them there already, rather than having to build them in later. I'd go for 3. What, is this your test module? Yeah, I'd go for 3. What do you think, Slim? Do I go with more redundancy in the conveyors or less redundancy? Which do you think is more appropriate, more or less? Honestly, it feels like more redundancy is better. You know? That way, if there is a breach that destroys a conveyor, we can just patch it. Yeah, we can always patch it. Yeah. How you doing, Coffee? To be fair, redundancy is redundant, but you're real happy when that redundancy's there when a hole gets blown in the side of your station, you know, and takes out a conveyor. Same reason this area has 4 air vents instead of just 1. One gets damaged for some reason, we've got 3 others. Alright, so yeah, it means a 3 high room. Alright, yeah. How you doing, Coffee? Been busy lately? Also, I don't think I talked about this on stream, but Saturday night I had to go work at another store than my normal one. Oh. Yeah, no, I can see that being very hectic. I had to go work at a different store than my usual on Saturday. And, yeah, I thought my store was big. My store has 10 aisles, and they're you know, of a pretty good length. The store I went to had 26 aisles. And a bar, but don't know how to feel about that one. The scary thing is I'm actually considering transferring to the store because I actually got along really well with the crew. Slim, have you seen what I've done? What do you think? To be fair, the redundancy in the redundancy in software development is just your error reporting system. What do you think of that wall? Pretty solid. It's not heavy armor, but it is at least double layered angles, so it should hold up. It should be able to at least take chip damage without blowing a gasket through it. And he'll definitely hold air. Hey, do I have any interior plate on me? Yes, I do. Like how the whole reason we've got an item called interior plate is because interior blocks exist, but they're used for so many other items. All right. Decorative blocks. It's a little weird that the pipeworks aren't under decorative blocks, honestly. I am excited for today's SE1 update. You're actually, you're not wrong about that. I am actually quite excited for it. I just had a little bit of a shit kind of night last night, so I'm a little off my normal game mentally right now. I'm not even gonna lie, it was emotionally for me. I'm not even gonna lie, it was emotionally for me. I don't like that, but I don't really have a better option. If I want to use, a little low on there we go. Low on steel plate too, but thankfully, rotary air block is a mod that should not break thanks to the update. Now watch me say that and it be the mod to break. I mean, it's just wireframe right now. But, that looks like it'll be decently solid for a hub. Doesn't it? It looks like it'll be decently solid for the inside of a hub room for a, for a orbital station. Like, it's not decorated on the inside, and most of this is going to need to be paneled up to, to prevent any potential leakage. But yeah, no, that won't look too bad for the inside of it. Yeah, kind of like that so far. I still gotta get Bob over here to start building this behemoth. This is going to be an orbital station, but we're building it down here and we're gonna ship it to space with, because we've got some especially powerful thrusters. I've already got it mounted on a junction to, that'll extend thrusters off of. But this is going to be a station for up in space. This is going to be the hub of the station. We're building the core. I'm building the core of it on planet and shipping it up, so I'm not having to make repeated trips just to get materials. Because we got a lot of storage down here already. But I think we made decent progress for today, for today's stream.
Full power block keeps up AI movement.
Sit and watch TV here for a minute. But I kind of like the design we've got going. That big spike is actually primarily for antenna usage. Like, it's got laser antennas mounted lower on it that are set to be pointed down towards the planet, so they can be used to communicate. But Slim, we might have an Eidolon on parade here. Looks like it's moving cat a corner to us, but free for all. I think, ooh. Looks like I got tilted there for a moment. How did I win? What are you guys doing? Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay up long enough to actually watch the the live stream. But I am looking forward to it. I won't be able to get the DLC that that inevitably releases with it until tomorrow, but I want to at least be there to, when it releases. You welded the hinges together, huh? Or are you helping Steve at the moment, Slim? Oh, that's gonna be beefy. Slim is putting together a docking system. A universal docking system, I think. Which technically connectors already are, but he's trying to make something that'll wrap around the ship. Also, did y'all see the new death battle that came out yesterday? Master Chief versus the Doomslayer? Like, we knew the Doomslayer was gonna win, but it was entertaining. Like, no dip, you know. Chief might be impressive, but the Slayer's feats are just way bigger. Because remember, the Doom Slayer is the Doom guy after he's, after a lot of upgrades. Still don't have a form of docking on this yet. But, I'll probably put a small dome over the top center with a pair of O2H2s in it. Not necessarily times 16 ones, but just with a pair. Just so I can cram some ice in there manually for the trip up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. For anyone who's not familiar with what I'm doing or who just arrived, I think my number did just go up. I'm working on the core of a faction station for our team. That'll we're gonna build it on planet, send it up, and then we'll be able to send up additional modules like the hydroponics for for the food. We want to send up an entire attack ring for this thing. Hydroponics, storage, assemblies, refineries, stuff like that. Building on planet, send it up in a module to connect to the station. Even design corridors to bridge between them so we can actually have walkways. But this is the start of it. I've done a good portion of it. This is also where all of our communications equipment is. Down here we've got the beacon in there. There's actually some power in the center there so that we have, so that we don't lose power. Laser antennas, regular antennas, and it just looks like just built into a fantastic looking comm spike. There's even solars on there for that still need to be built. But I will see you guys next time. Catch you later. Peace.